How do I choose the colors of the hair extensions? Generally, we recommend that you don't use one hair color. We recommend you using 2 and 3 shades of close to the client's hair and maybe one really off shade to give it a highlighted effect, what's very fashionable at this time, rather than using, because if you're using one shade, the chances are that you can't really match the client's hair exactly as you want it. So therefore you would have to color it before the client comes in, which we want to avoid. Our coloring has a variety of hair colors on it, matching most North American hair colors with the exception of the fun colors, which is not a regular color. But there are over 30 colors on the coloring, which guarantees you that you can match the hair. And as of this point in time, we had no problem not matching any of the hair. What shell color shall I order? We recommend that you ordering the root color of the client's hair. If the client has an up hairstyle, it is important that you match in the root color, otherwise you would see the metal shells shining through the client's hair. So it's important you match in the root color of the client's hair. So before you decide on the color, if you color the client's hair, make sure you have the proper shells in your clinic. Root frizzing. It's important that you explain to the client that natural hair loss is prevalent, that you're losing on a daily basis between 50 to 75 hair. Now, when the client gets the hair attached and then will have the hair removed about 3 months down the road, yes, there will be significant amount of less hair on the client's head because the hair extension will hold the hair which is in essence falling out on the head. So when you take the hair extensions off, the hair which had fallen out will now all of a sudden appear that she has way less hair. But when you take a closer look, you will see the regrowth in there, that there is 3 months to 4 months regrowth in there. So this is important that you tell the client that. In this case, when there is a significant amount of hair loss, we have what we would call root frizzing, meaning that the hair which has fallen out is going to frizz up. So you would need to go and with your tail comb lift up the hair, get close to it, and with the scissors clip those ends which are already have come out of the scalp off to avoid the root frizzing. Okay, we talked about coloring earlier. I just want to reiterate, when you color the hair on hair extension or dead hair, you only can color it darker. You can use on blonde hair a reddish tone, will not be a problem, except that it's going to be darker. You cannot lighten the hair. You have to treat it like gray hair, so we're only allowed to use 10% peroxide. Remember, 10% peroxide only. When we perm hair, on blonde hair, you use 10% milliliters of perm solution and 90 milliliters worth of water. The darker the hair is, you can go up as high as 50% of perm solution and 50% of water. You do not need to buy perm solution for specially treated hair, for colored hair or whatever. This is not needed. All you do is dilute the perm solution you would use on regular hair yourself. In this kit, you have your tool, you have the non-slip clip, you have the coloring to choose the hair colors from. Like I said, generally choose 2 or 3 different colors. You have the threader, which you use to run the shells on it. I included in the box a fishing line, which I find is way better than the wire which you get originally. This is a fishing line which has 125 pounds and it lasts you forever, while the metal wire which comes the kit with from Austria will use out and break off. Okay, so I'll show you afterwards how I'm using mine. Then you have the Locs hairbrush, which is a boar brush. This is the hair book. The teeth have to run backwards when you put the hair in it, when you apply it on the client, and then you just close it off, and this way you avoid any kind of unnecessary hair loss. Then you have the sample color shells, which comes in 8 different colors. And I advise that you keep all your tools always in your box. This way they don't have to look for anything else, because it's very organized. And you have your pouch, and I recommend that you do wear your pouch when you do any extension. This way you get trained to have your tool on it, so it doesn't lay on the client's lap, doesn't lay on the table, and by mistake it fall on the floor and it breaks. The tool is under warranty against any material defects, but if you drop it, it's like if you buy a car and you have an accident, the insurance company will pay you for an accident if you have insurance, but the manufacturer will not replace the car because you banged up your car. Then we have the Locs brochures, which comes included in the kit. It explains everything about the hair extension itself. If you put your stamp on the back and then pass it out to the clients who are interested in it. We also have the Loc training video and promotion video, DVD, I'm sorry, which means that if you have a little DVD player in your shop, you can show to the client what hair extension will do for her, and on the other hand, also it shows her how to look after the hair extension herself. It's important that the client is trained by you to use a good conditioning shampoo, and we prefer that the client will use a spray-on conditioner on the Locs hair as well as her own hair. Then you have the Loc ad slick. This is very important that you utilize that, because all the salons who ever use those ad slicks in the newspaper, they sell on the average 3 to 5 hair extensions, meaning you get 3 to 5 new customers on a monthly basis, because you're letting the public know that you are in essence a hair extension specialist, okay, with Locs. Also, here is the hair, which is the practice hair, and the shells, which come also with the kit, and the instructions as we discussed it today on the CD is all in writing in here, just in case you want to refresh your memory.